All right, well, today's the day I put my car back to stock. So if you've been following me, you know, got all this shiny stuff on there. And if you've watched any of my earlier videos or seen any of my posts, you know, I really hate that whooshing sound coming out of the blow-off valves. And I'm not sure, as you've also probably heard me say, that there's any real benefit to having any of this stuff. I don't know, all in, I spent a little bit of money on it, but I'm pretty confident I could get my money back for people interested. But I'm just going to temporarily take it off, put it back to stock, drive it around again for a little bit, and see if I notice any kind of performance difference or mileage difference. I'm only getting about 20 to 21 miles per gallon. That seems a little low. I don't know if it's low. I wasn't tracking mileage prior to putting this stuff on, so I figured I'd go back to stock, see if I can track again and see what's happening there. Not that I'm that worried about it. I don't put enough miles on it to care that much, but I would assume it should do better. I know with an automatic, it doesn't do as well just because of the gearing, but we're going to give it a shot here, go back to stock, get rid of that horrible whooshing sound from the blow-off valve, and just go from there. So I'm going to put it back to stock. And yeah, I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy, but like I said, it may get put back on eventually. So it might just be a temporary removal. It's easy enough to take on and off, so not too worried about it. But anyway, here goes nothing. And there we go. In a matter of, been filming for 21 minutes, according to this. It's back together. So I left this part on just because it's not really doing anything. Figured it wasn't worth taking off. But I've got the old air box back on. The hose that runs off the turbo into the air box, and then the intake pipe back on. So back to normal. Yeah, we're gonna just drive it around for a little while like this and see how it does. Yeah, I'm gonna start it up. I've got the old vacuum, or the old, I guess it's a vacuum liner, hooked back up. Yeah, it's a little sad, but let's fire it up and see how it sounds. There it goes. There it is. No more whoosh. So you did hear, I've replaced the fuel pressure regulator. I've replaced the fuel filter. I have not replaced the throttle. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. I had it at one point, but I can't think of it right now. I think that's what kind of controls the throttle on startup. I have not replaced that. That might be a future move. I don't like, it bothers me a little bit because it's slotted. These holes on the top and bottom are slotted. And I'm assuming that's so you can kind of like turn it a little bit to adjust it. And maybe that's all that needs to be done to this, is it just needs to be turned and adjusted. But it makes me nervous that I won't get it back in the right spot, and then it'll be even worse. So some things are just better left alone. If it ain't broke, you know. But on first start of the day, it does kind of start and idle a little low, but it, you know, if you heard, it kicks right in pretty fast. So it's not a problem, just annoying. But yeah, so that's that. For the most part, OEM. If by the time you see this video, you're interested in these shiny parts, let me know. I may, at that point, either put them back on or be ready to sell them. So just let me know if you're interested at all, and I'm happy to give you an offer, or make you an offer, or make me an offer, or whatever. You know, it wasn't cheap. I think the intake, you know, this here, I bought on 500 yen. I want to say it was maybe like 300 shipped, I think. And then this I got off Amazon.com Japan. And I want to say I paid maybe $250 shipped. So, you know, $600 I think was about the total that I spent on all that stuff. So, yeah, just let me know if you're interested. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.